What a save!
As well, there's ball for Alan Ball, and the header by Redford. Oh, and what a save by Pat Jennings.
Bowyer now finding Neil Young. Good shot and a magnificent save.
Towards Bailey, on the volley. Oh, and what a save again. Absolutely amazing. Never lets them down, Pat Jennings.
Great save by Jennings. Brilliant save.
This one and getting up well. Newton going in, ball. Oh, a magnificent save. Fabulous save by Jennings. Daly coming in, Farley coming in and saved brilliantly.
Oh! And Jennings has scored for Tottenham.
That's on the back cross there. Oh, and a beautiful one-handed save by Jennings. Getting himself into a shooting position. Oh, a great save again by Jennings. Another great save. Brilliant save by Jennings. And now Peters with a shot. Beautiful save. Magnificent save by Jennings. Looks better for Chelsea as Maybank tries to get in there with a header. It comes now for Charlie Crook. Chipped in delicately again. Oh, and what a save again by Pat Jennings from Hutchinson. That deflection looked as though it might have had Pat Jennings in trouble. All I can say is we should have known better. And he pushed it away again.
I'm Tottenham through and through.
The Arsenal fans thought it was Christmas. I mean, it's the craziest thing that Tottenham ever did. They need, you know, I mean, just a ridiculous decision to allow him to go to the old enemy.
Great save, big man. Lovely touch.
Bob Wilson had been Arsenal's first choice keeper for nearly 10 years before becoming the goalkeeping coach.
I think I knew from day one that I could never coach Pat Jennings anything. I could never teach him anything. He was not only my equal, he was a far greater goalkeeper than myself. Well, of those that I've seen, David Seaman, who I coached for 15 years, being a great goalkeeper, Schmeichel, Gordon Banks, who was of my time, who was a World Cup winner. But if you're talking about the most naturally gifted,
Oh, he did really well.
unique style,
Forward, and Jennings was forced to save it with one of the best headers of the day.
everything about him that gave him this presence,
John Richards in there. Oh, and a fine save.
I guess that I would probably put Patrick Anthony Jennings.
There have been 4 goalkeepers to have won this award: Bert Troutman, Gordon Banks, Pat Jennings and Neville Southall. Where does Pat rank for you in the goalkeepers you've seen play?
The goalkeepers I've seen play, Pat Jennings is the best I've ever seen. I think the year he won this, mid-70s, he was probably the best goalkeeper in the world. Gordon Banks had really held that crown for a while, certainly from England's World Cup win onwards, 66 through to the early 70s. But he'd had that unfortunate car crash and really lost an eye and obviously lost the sight of an eye. Pat Jennings took over, I think, in that period, in the early, certainly the mid-70s through to the early 80s. Absolutely one of the best in the world, if not the best. Jennings was unbelievable. The radio was on and Jennings was just saving his second penalty of the match, one from Keegan and I think one from Tommy Smith. The other thing about Jennings, I think people remember, was his ability to come out. He had such huge hands, come out and take crosses out of the air with one hand, which is still, and sort of bring them under his arm as he was flying through the air. He was perfect, So, and again, an unbelievably humble, helpful, friendly.
Just how good a goalkeeper was Pat?
I'm asked this many times, as you can imagine, and I always give it to Pat by a fingertip from Gordon. And I love Gordon, one of the all-time greats, obviously, but Pat had more physical presence. I mean, he's a giant of a man. He's got hands, as Bill Shankly said, a man with shovels as hands shouldn't be allowed to play football. And that wonderful stuff. But Patrick, number one, was a master goalkeeper, master of positioning. He always knew where his goalposts were. He never flustered. He could be quite aggressive and physical, but back in the days when goalkeepers didn't have the protection they have today, so he could stand up for himself. But most of all, he had incredible reflexes, and he would make saves that no other goalkeeper could make.
What was it about Pat that gave him his longevity?
He had a very calm manner. For an Irishman, not very talkative. He was kept himself to himself. Was always had tunnel vision when he's playing a match, and he could cut out everything that was going around him. And all he was interested in, where is the ball? It's not going to get past me. And he was mesmerising to watch. The ball was drawn to him, and those great big hands of his would collect it. And the number of times I saw him make one-handed catches, which is very rare for any goalkeeper. He would catch the ball with one hand and then throw it out to the wing to one of his players. He's a master of distribution as well.
Against Liverpool,
First penalty was given, Kevin Keegan, he grabs the ball, this is mine, and Tommy Smith, he's more or less wanting the ball off and give it to me, I'll take it, but Kevin made up, he was taking it.
Kevin Keegan, who took on the penalty job for Liverpool this season, and Jennings saves it. He went the right way, Pat Jennings.
I saved it now. Tommy Smith wants to beat him up, and of course 20 minutes later, second penalty, there's no doubt who's taking this one.
So Pat Jennings, who saved in the first half from Kevin Keegan, faces Tommy Smith with 5 minutes to go. And again, brilliant goalkeeping. 2 penalty saves. It's been Liverpool against Jennings, and surely now Jennings has won.
You can still see Smith on the floor, on all fours, bat on the ground. And the referee, he's got his hands up, waving on, a big smile.
To soccer greats, ex-Liverpool captain Tommy Smith. And former England captain now with Newcastle United, Kevin Keegan. Kevin, you took the first and asked Tommy Smith to take the second for a good reason, obviously.
We'd had a penalty competition and I'd won it over Smidge, which, because he used to bully me a lot at that time, I was very young. It was worrying anyway. I took the first one, as you saw. It wasn't the best penalty in the world, but Pat saved it very well. And it then came for me to take the second one, really, as having the job. But Smidge come and took the ball off me and said, hey, you're not going to cost us the bonus. He put it down and he missed it, so I felt a lot better. but I must say, Smidge, we did win the league that year, so we didn't lose everything,
but it's all the